For I say close to thee, Lord, close to thee. For I say close to thee, Lord, close to thee.
Blessed greetings, my lords and empresses, prince and princesses, one and all listeners. You're listening to Bobo Ras Anthony, the Right Honorable, on blessradio.org internationally, nationally, four winds of the earth, bringing love, peace, and righteousness through the powers of Jah, Rastafari the Almighty. Music by Daniel number one band, playing the harps of glory. The archangels chanting his holy name, with angels singing the praises. Let us bless him in his holiness, Holy Emmanuel. Hail Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Yes, I truly do give thanks for this day, for the uprising of this day. As you know, I wasn't with the item last week in some personal business, tussling with wickedness and the illusion of outer quitting. But I'm here today with a heart full of love and plentiful blessings to show up on my people and the listeners to my radio show. Today's show consists of readings from Matthew 24, Matthew 26, St. Matthew chapter 7, and we shall be reading from the Psalms of David, from the secret seals of King David, seal 136, 147, and we shall continue reading from What Life Was Taught Us by Emperor Haile Selassie out of the Black Supremacy book written by King Emmanuel Charles Edwards. And from the same book, the Black Supremacy book, we shall be reading words from the High Priest, the final chapter, page 39. Let not your heart be troubled. Let your soul be free in righteousness. Let us bless the Almighty Father in His holiness and glorify His name before mankind. Today in Babylon it's grey, dreary, and cold. So we shall warm up the hearts through the words of His divine Spirit. He's a blessed Father, our Father in His holy habitation, full of righteousness, unbound and unfathomable. Let us bless His holy and righteous name. Holy Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. My lords and empresses, prince and princesses, one and all listeners, be blessed in His holiness. For He's a mighty Father. He's a blessed Father. He's a holy one of Israel. He's the I am the mighty, I am the black, I am that I am, said the mighty, I am that I am. King of the races, King of the masses, King of all righteousness. Let us be blessed this morning. Let us be blessed this blessed uprising day. For it's a new day. Let us pray. Holy King Emmanuel, Hail Selassie, Jah, Rastafari.
We Ethiopians shall stretch forth our hands unto God, Selassie.
Yes, greetings again, my lords and empresses, prince and princesses. I'm here with you today. Hope last week was fulfilling. My absence was felt both sides, with me and with the island. As we warm up today, the 7 archangels of Melchizedek, exfoliating the righteousness of their heart to the people of the world. So as we proceed, take heed of all words. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. My shepherd, I shall not want. Make a tie lie down in green pasture. Lead it high beside the still waters. You restore it, my soul. You lead it high in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with I, the rod, the staff, the comfort. Thou preparest a table before I in the presence of mine enemies. And he crowned me. sit in the secret place of the Most High, shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord God, your Rastafari, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver I from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and thy buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness. Crown them, King Emmanuel. Crown him, Rastafari. Crown him, crown them, Judge, crown them. Crown them, Judge, crown them. woman that walketh in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But their delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do they meditate day and night. And they shall be like the tree planted by rivers of water, that bringeth forth good fruits in due season. Their leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever they do it shall prosper, said the Almighty God of Israel. Crown them, Jaja. Crown them, Jaja. Crown them. Crown him, Jaja, crown him. Crown him with a triple crown of love. Crown the Creator, Most High, Mighty, our blessed Liberator. Crown him, Lord. Katina Holy Zion, 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 Lord. listening to Bobo Ras Anthony on blessradio.org internationally. 7 priests of the Most High God, Holy Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari, Mount Zion, Zion. Yes, blessed love, my lords and empresses, prince and princesses, one and all listeners. It's good to be back, you know. Never, never, ever like leaving my station and doing that which I have to do, you know. But sometimes we have to tussle, you know, to come true, you know. And we have to free up, you know, to be free, you know. So we give thanks to the Almighty for all strength and power. We give thanks to the Almighty for all His gracious, you know, steadfastness towards His children and their doings. We give thanks unto the Father for opening the way. We give thanks unto the Father for the beautiful words and statues that He set before us this day. He said that we should hold fast and be steadfast unto His ways, O children of the Most High. It's a blessing. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. We're not going to take too much time in reasoning. We're going to get straight to Matthew, St. Matthew, verse 24. As the angels of the Most High sing sweetly and harmoniously before you, relax and take heed unto the word of the Almighty. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to shew him the building of the temple. And Jesus said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privily, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? And Jesus Emmanuel answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nations shall rise against nations, and kingdoms against kingdoms. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to him afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Most High, Emmanuel, King Selassie, Rastafari. And the gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand. Then let them which be in Judea flee unto the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house, neither let him which is in the field return back and take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck to those in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor neither nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it was possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, Behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in a secret chamber, believe it not. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also he, the Son cometh. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Excuse me. For wheresoever the carcass is, there, for wherever the carcass is, there will the eagle be gathered together. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heaven to another. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is set yet tender, and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the door. Verily I say to you, unto you, this generation shall not pass, till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. But of the day and the hour know it no man, no, not the angel, nor heaven, but the Father only. But as for the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were coming, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark. and knew not until the flood came, and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Then shall two be in the field, and one shall be taken, the other left. Two women shall be grinding in the mills, and one shall be taken, and the other left. Watch therefore, for ye know not the hour your Lord will come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as they think not a Son of Man. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh. Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over the household, to give them meat in due season? Blessed is the servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. And if that evil servant shall say in his heart, My Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servant, and to eat and drink with the drunkard, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth, saith the Almighty God. Emmanuel. Jesus Emmanuel, the Black Christ. That was a reading from Matthew chapter 24. You can read it over yourself. Wonderful. True words of the mighty Father. For it's the same word that cometh down from heaven to that time and to this time. Man come and man go, carrying the ever-living Spirit of Christ. He said he would never leave us without a prophet or a priest to guide us. With the same word, no other word but the same word. Same life, no other life but the same life. Fill thy cup and be filled with the word and the ways of righteousness. For we receive righteousness to become righteous. We don't receive righteousness to become mundane or wicked or to hide away the goodness that is being given. We receive righteousness to become righteous. We eat food to be filled. We drink water to quench our thirst. And we receive righteousness to become righteous. So let us be righteous for righteousness' name's sake. These are the words of the Almighty. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Be blessed in His holiness. Children of the Most High, you're listening to Bobo Ras Anthony on this Sunday morning iration. Sorry I wasn't with you last week. Hurt my own heart as well. But I'm here today, blessing the item from the fullness and from the righteousness of mine own heart. Most High, Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari.
7 and 7 from the Sacred Song and Solo. What a fellowship, what a joy divine.
Blessed Lord, my lords and empresses, prince and princesses, one and all listeners. What a joy divine. What a blessed fellowship to rise and give glory unto the Most High, the Master Builder, the King Creator, our blessed Father, in His holy habitation. For He prepared everything for us that we may have. He gave us this goodie, this body, with all of its attributes, that we may live in such a way of magnificence and glory. Yes, still we take everything for granted. True, we're born and we come and we see and we dwell and we have. We think I just saw it go. But there must be something to all of this. All of this wonderful creation of our own. The eye that make us see, the ear that make we hear, the nose that make us sensitive and smell, the mouth that make it us speak, and the tongue that give it good words. The strength of a lion the Father gave us that we may be upright, upright and true in our ways. He's a mightyful Father to bestow upon us such might, such might. He said, swear not upon nothing, for nothing belongeth unto I and I, nothing at all. He says, swear not by nothing, for nothing belongeth unto you, not even yourself. All is the Almighty. Everything has been lent unto you to keep, to keep in the way of the law and the commandments that He set before the life. If you put away the laws and the commandments of life, then your life becomes your own. You lose the righteousness that will sustain the beautification of your life. It's like Emmanuel. It's like Emmanuel. Everything that we buy in the earth, every little component, stereo, or whatever we buy, it have a manual with it to show you how the heart of it works, to give you the explanation how to work the car, the bus, the boat, the amplifier, the washing machine, the radio, any little thing. Just put Emmanuel in there so you can know if you use it. See, in some man get them things so me no need to read Emmanuel. Me just pop, 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 pop. And me put it up and then put it up all some funny way. I have to take it down again and put it back up again. The next minute I have to turn to the manual. You see what me there? God with us, Emmanuel. The God with us, Emmanuel, is King Selassie. Emmanuel means God with us. King Selassie is a God with us, Emmanuel. Everything that we buy with little life in it, you have to have a manual to give you instructions. So Jackie with the Bible, and that is the Emmanuel to life, fuel life, the instructions to fuel life. The Bible is the God with us, Emmanuel. So come and dwell now, man. These are the words of the Almighty. You're listening to Bobo Ras Anthony. You're blessed, anointed. My lords and empresses, prince and princesses, four wings of the earth, receive and get your just deserts. For your treasures are waiting upon you. Just waiting to give you all of that which you to receive. But you have to open your heart, and know, not only believe, and know that He is the creator of all things. And all things come by Him. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari.
My Lord.
My Lord.
for bless up the priests them and the prophets them. I for bless them, send a word, strength and power to all servants of the Most High. I for bless up the priests who helped me out this week because I became homeless, you know. And you know, I have to give the word to the priest, you know. The priest help I out, and the prophet will give I strength to go forward. And the empress that put I up, Rastafari bless you know, keep you know, and guide you know, in everything you know do. One perfect love from the heart, you know. Bobo Ras Anthony. Yes, as we continue, as the angels of the Most High sing melodically and harmoniously, we continue from the book of St. Matthew, Matthew chapter 26. Holy King Emmanuel, I, King Selassie, I, Jah, Rastafari. See. And it came to pass when Jesus Emmanuel finished all these sayings and said unto his disciples, Ye know that after 2 days is a feast of the Passover, and the Son of Man is betrayed to be crucified. Then assembled together the chief priests and the scribes and the elders of the people unto the place of the high priest, who also was called Caiaphas, and consulted that they might take Jesus by subtlety and kill him. But they said not, no, on the feast day, lest there be an uproar among the people. Now when Jesus Emmanuel was in Bethany, in that house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head as he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, To what purpose is this waste? For this anointment might have been sold for much and given unto the poor. When Jesus understood it, he said unto them, Why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good works upon I. For ye have the poor always with you, but me I have not always. For in that she hath poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this woman have done be told for a memorial for her. Then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went into the chief priests and said unto them, What will ye give me, and I will deliver him unto you? And they convented with him for 30 pieces of silver. And from that time he sought opportunity to betray him. Now the first day of the feast of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Jesus, saying unto him, Where wilt thou that we prepare for thee to eat the Passover? And he said, Go unto the city to such a man, and say unto him, The master saith, My time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at the house with my disciples. And the disciples did as Jesus Emmanuel had appointed them, and they made ready the Passover. Now when the evening was come, he sat down with the 12, and as they did eat, he said, Verily I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me. And they were exceeding sorrowful, and began every one to them, saying unto him, Lord, is it I? And he answered and said, He that dippeth his hand with me in the dish, the same shall betray me. And the Son of Man goeth as in his writings of him. But woe unto that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It had been good for that man if he had not been born. Then Judas, which betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I? Then Judas, which betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I? Then Judas, who betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I? He said unto him, Thou hast said. And as they were eating, Jesus took bread and blessed it and brake it and gave it unto his disciples and said, Take, eat this, eat, this is my body. And he took the cup and gave thanks and gave it to him, saying, Drink all ye of it, for this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sin. But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth of this fruit of the vine until that day when I drink it new with you and in my Father's kingdom. These are the words of the Father. Holy King Emmanuel, King Rastafari. You're listening to Bobo Ras Anthony on blessradio.org internationally. My lords and empresses, princes and princesses, one and all listeners, all blessings going through, all blessings to thine heart, all mercies given unto you. Grace and happiness shall come from the heavens, and bless thee that thy countenance may smile. Do good to one another. Wash the hand of thy brother and thy sister. Let thy countenance be full of glee and righteousness. Do good, that good may follow you. Be merciful, that mercy is made. He's a mighty Father. He's a blessed Father. He's the Holy One of Israel. He's full of divine divinity, and all is there in stock for thee. Take a sup of the cup of righteousness and keep on drinking until thou art full of righteousness, that you may stand before and be counted. These are the ways and the words of the Almighty. Be blessed in His holiness. You're listening to Bobo Ras Anthony on blessradio.org internationally. Holy Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. The church bells ring, and let all of Jaja children sing His glory, for His word is to be praised. Let the Almighty Father be ever blessed. Let His holy and righteous name be sanctified, for it is holy. Ola Melchizedek Nigo Salam, Habadoni I God, Emmanuel I King Selassie I Jah, Rastafari Sila, my lords. blessed book, St. Matthew, chapter 7. As we continue in this troubling time now and forever. Holy King Emmanuel, I, King Selassie, I, Jah, Rastafari, Tila, my Lord. The man said, judge not, that ye be not judged. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with what measure ye met, it shall be measured to you again. And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considereth not the beam that is in thine own eye? Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote out of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye? Question. Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam out of thine own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye. Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swines, lest they trample them under their feet, and turn again and rend you. Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be open unto you. For everyone that asketh, receiveth, and he that seeketh, findeth. And to him that knocketh, it shall be open. Or that man is their own, or what man is there of you, whom of his son asks bread, will he give him a stone? Or if he asks a fish, shall he give him a serpent? If ye then begin evil, know how to give good gifts unto your children. How much more shall your Father which is in heaven give good gifts to them that ask him? Therefore, all things whatsoever ye would that man should do to you, do ye even to them. For this is the law and the prophets. Enter ye in at the straight gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in treat. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way, which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. Or ye shall know them by their fruits. Do man gather grapes of thorns, or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruits, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruits. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruits, neither can a corrupt tree bringeth forth good fruits. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruits, it's hoed down and cast into the fire. Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? And then will I profess unto them, I knew thee not. Depart from me, ye workers of iniquity. Therefore whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which buildeth his house upon a rock. And the rain had descended, and flood came, and the wind blew and beat upon the house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon the house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. And it came to pass when Jesus had ended these sayings, the people were astonished at his doctrine, for he taught them as one having authority, and not as the scribes. These are the words of the Almighty. Holy King Emmanuel, I, King Selassie, I, Jah, Rastafari, my lords and empresses, prince and princesses. You're listening to Bobo Ras Anthony on blessradio.org internationally through all kinds of weathers. We stick together like birds of a feather. Sending the love from the heart, you know that from righteousness, your children never depart. When you see a light, look to the light, and words that cometh from that light will always be right. Be not backward in your forward thinking. Seek ye the kingdom of the Most High, for it shall be betterment for thy soul. For the Father said, put him first, and all things shall be added. Don't put vanity before the Almighty, for that which is in the beginning shall be in the end. The first shall be the last, and the last shall be the first. Let us bless each other with one perfect love. Holy King Emmanuel, I, King Selassie, I, Jah, Rastafari. God will bless them, Jaja. Bless them in their hearts and in their souls. Wonderful, graceful, and gracious is our Father in his holy habitation. Melodious and harmonious are his ways and his words and his songs. Let us be blessed by him and let him be blessed by us. He's number one. Lonely, number one is the loneliest number. The Father is number one. Let us look to our Father with sweet company. Let us not make him be jealous over us, that we wander in folly and in vanity and chase after wood and stone and things that cannot help. Number one is the loneliest number, and from number one we all come. Let us bless our Father. Let us keep him company. Let us give him the praises due to him. Let us praise him, for he is deserving. He's a mighty Father, our Father, and his firmament is strong. Let us might be mindful of all of his doings and not stray unto him that is wrong. He's a blessed Father. He's a mighty Father. He's the Holy One of Israel. He's the I am, the mighty I am, the black I am, that I am, saith the I am, that I am. He's the King of the races. He's the King of all the masses. He's the King of all righteousness, our blessed Father in his holy habitation. Let us bless him with the heart full of love. Let us look to him, the mighty King of kings. Let us look to the east and bless his holy and righteous name, for it's him that came and keep coming. His word is the life that dwells within. If his word leave from thy goody, you will dwell in sin. Come, your children. Come in, said the Almighty God. Come in. Reading from the Sacred Seals of King David as we stand up for Negus. Seal 143 of the songs of King David, Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari, seal. Hear my prayer, O Lord, give ear to my supplication. In thy faithfulness answer me, and in thy righteousness. And enter not into judgment with thy servant, for in thy sight shall no man even be justified. For the enemy has persecuted I. For the enemy have persecuted my soul, and have smitten my life down to the ground. Ye have made me to dwell in darkness, as those that have been long dead. Therefore is my spirit overwhelmed within I, and my heart within me is desolate. I remember the days of old. I meditate on all thy works. I muse on the works of thy handmaid. I stretch forth my hands unto thee. My soul thirsteth after thee. As I thirsty land, Sila Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Hear me speedily, O Lord. My spirit faileth. Hide not thy face from me, lest I be like unto them that go down into the pit. Cause me to hear thy loving kindness in the morning, for in thee do I trust. Cause me to know thy way wherein I should walk, for I lift up my soul unto thee. Deliver me, O Lord, from my enemies. I flee unto thee to hide me. Teach me to do thy will, for thou art my God. Thy spirit is good. Lead me not into the land of uprightness. Quicken me, O Lord, for thy name's sake. For thy righteousness' sake, bring my soul out of trouble. And of thy mercy, cut off mine enemies, and destroy all them that afflict my soul. For I am thy servant. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari, Sila. My Lord, as we stand up for Negus. The strife shall not be long. As we stand up for Negus, Emmanuel, the Black Christ. We shall sing a victorious song. For we are them and those that do no wrong. We are them and those that stand up strong. We are them and those that fly in the banner of red, gold, and green. Red, black, and green with the lion with the lion crest, and the black star. Forgive me, my Lord. I just say, go, yeah, we them say we're still. You know, we stutter, yes. But we no matter. We stutter, but we no matter, don't you? Holy Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. As we continue reading from the book of Psalms, from the sacred seals of King David. Holy King Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. See, my Lord. Wonderful Isis, my lords and empresses, prince and princesses, one and all listeners. I give thanks for your company and your listening here and your rapt attention. You know, be blessed in Jah holiness, you know, and in his righteousness, you know, for he's a mightiful, loving Father. Everything that liveth in righteousness belongeth unto him. Let us bless one another and bow before each other, you know, with the love of Christ, you know, and with the righteousness of our Father. Let us rise and give thanks unto the Almighty King, you know, for with him we shall win all battles and stand in the face of our adversary, you know, and be rightfully righteous in our way. Yeah, these are the ways of the Father. Through his words, you know, let us maintain the helpfulness of righteousness through the humility of humanity, and grace the faces that are before us. Let us love our loved ones and cherish the ones that to be cherished. Let us exalt our King that we may follow after him. Let us not follow back a foolishness or wickedness. Let us not tell be a slander, and backbite. Let us not follow necromancy, iniquity, witchcraft, wizardry, and all of them abominations unto the Lord. Let us do right for righteousness' sake, and let us seek right and pursue it with a whole heart of love. Let us be zealot and zealous of the righteousness, that we bring back righteousness out of the contentional frustration of wickedness. And let us stand and shine a light for the Almighty. For he said, behold, I come quickly. Behold, I come quickly unto thee. Write his words upon the tablets of thine heart. Bind them around thy neck like an ornament, and be steadfast in thy way. For he is a mighty Father, and all that thou see before thee is his. Be blessed in his holiness. You're listening to Bobo Ras Anthony, Judge a Royal Prophet, Holy King Emmanuel I, King Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. Reading from the book of Psalms, chapter 36. Most High, Emmanuel I, King Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari, seal of my love. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good. For his mercies endure it forever. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good. For his mercies endure it forever. Oh, give thanks unto the God of gods, for his mercies endure it forever. Oh, give thanks to the Lord of lords, for his mercies endure it forever. To him who alone doeth great wonders, for his mercies endure it forever. To him that by wisdom made the heavens, for his mercies endure it forever. To him that stretcheth out the earth above the waters, for his mercies endure it forever. To him that made great lights, for his mercies endure it forever. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good. For Jah's mercy endureth forever. Oh, give thanks unto the God of gods. Oh, Jah's mercy endureth forever. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord of lords. For Jah's mercy endureth forever. You're listening to Bobo Ras Anthony on blessradio.org internationally. Four wings of the earth, where Jah's driven I and I, his children, his peculiar jewel. Be blessed in his holiness, O children of the Most High. Be strong in thy righteousness, and do no wrong. For the Father setteth his place, and he setteth his word, and he said he's going to prepare a place for thee, that where he is, thou shalt be also. So be still and wait on the Lord, and do good in your good doings. Yeah, for he's a righteous Father, he's a blessed Father, and none of his words shall go astray. Jah bless you, and keep you, and guide you, and protect you. This is Bobo Ras Anthony. Blessing you with the righteousness given unto I. Be blessed in his holiness, children of the Most High. Holy King Emmanuel I. King Selassie I. Jah. Rastafari.
Jehovah guide, I'm another bound. Go tell my enemy that I am safe, Jehovah guide, I'm another bound. Saying I am another bound, and the back is higher than I. Jehovah guide, I'm another bound. Go tell my enemies that I am safe, Jehovah guide, I'm another bound. Saying I am another bound, and the rock is higher than I. King Emmanuel guide, I'm another bound. Go tell my enemies that I am safe, Jehovah guide, I'm another bound. Saying I am another bound, and the back is higher than I. Jehovah guide, I'm another bound. Go tell my enemies that I am safe, Jehovah guide, I'm another bound. Saying I am another bound, and the rock is higher than I. Yeah, Jehovah guide, I'm another bound. Go tell my enemies that I am safe, Jehovah guide, I'm another bound. Saying I am another bound, and the rock is higher than I. Yeah, Jehovah guide, I'm another bound. Go tell my enemies that I am safe, Jehovah guide, I'm another bound. Seriously, Rastafari. Why do the Eden rage, oh Lord? And the people imagine a painting. Rulers set themselves take coasted against the Lord and against the 19th century. Let us break their bodies so that cast away the cosmos. He that sitteth in judge shall laugh. Lord, our God shall laugh them in the region. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath in America. Vex them in his sword, displease our great God. Holy Emmanuel, I bless.
Oh, my lords and empresses, prince and princesses, one and all listeners. Be good in thy holiness, be good in thy righteousness. The week cometh before us. 6 days work, 7 days rest. Be strong, yeah. And do thy work with a heartful song. Do thy work with a heartful song. For by the sweat of thy brow shall ye eat bread, and verily thou shalt be fed. And then come into the Sabbath, man, and give thanks unto the Father for the strength and the health that bring you through, to the time where you can rest and feel for a moment the goodness of your doings. It's a momentary thing, but in gathering, one get to see the strength of thy hard work, and thy good doing. We work in the spirit, we work in the flesh, we work practically and spiritually, and the two of them have to be bountiful, Yeah, so come and put Jah first, man. you know, and everything will come after, you know, because he first was here, and it was his first word, and he first built the creation, and everything that we have, it was his first, you know, and lended unto us. So come, let's set ourselves in a way that we become perfect before our Father, you know, yea, and all will be added unto thee. These are the words of the royal prophet Bobo Ras Anthony. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Not true? Holy King Emmanuel I, King Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari, King Selassie I, what life has taught I, say the mighty I, King Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. The man say, until the philosophy which hold one race superior and another inferior is finally permanently discredited and abandoned, that until there is no longer first class and second class citizens of any nation, that until the color of a man's skin is of no more significant than the color of his eyes, that until the basic human rights are legally guaranteed to all without regard to race, that until that day the dream of everlasting peace, world citizenships, and the rule of international morality will remain in but a fleeting illusion to be pursued but never attained. And until the ignoble and unhappy regimes that hold our brothers and sisters in Angola, in Mozambique, and in South Africa, and in subhuman bondage have been toppled and destroyed, until bigotry and prejudice and malicious and inhuman self-interest have been replaced by understanding and tolerance and goodwill, until the Africans stand and speak as free beings equal in the eyes of the Almighty, that until the African continent will not, until that day, the African continent will not show no peace. We Africans shall fight if necessary, and we know that we shall win, as we are confident in the victory of good over evil. These are the words of our Emperor Haile Selassie I, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, elect of himself, light of this world, our blessed Father in his holy habitation, Emmanuel.
Sit upon Jagata lightning and thunder to clear the way, and whirlwind comes and blow them away. Keep cool.
Black people, all people,
Keep cool. Still I sit upon them. For I say keep cool, Babylon. You don't know what you're doing. For I say keep cool, Babylon. You don't know what you're saying. For I say keep cool, Babylon. You don't know what you're doing. Still I sit upon them. Jagata lightning and thunder to clear the way, and whirlwind comes and blow them away. Keep cool. Keep cool. Still I sit upon them. For I say keep you're doing. Still I sit upon them. Jagata lightning and thunder to clear the way, and whirlwinds come and blow them away. Keep cool. Keep cool. Still I sit upon them. For I say keep cool, Babylon. You don't know what you're doing. For I say keep cool, Babylon. You don't know what you're saying. For I say keep cool, Babylon. You don't know what you're doing. Still I sit upon them. Jagata lightning and thunder to clear the way.
You're listening to Bobo Ras Anthony on blessradio.org internationally. Like the prophet said, keep cool. Keep cool.
Who have set thy glory above the heavens? Out of the mouth of babe and suckling as thou art then strength, O Lord Most High, that thou mightest still the enemy and the avenger.
The final chapter.
When I consider the heaven work of thy
Holy King Emmanuel, I
moon and
think
the
Selassie,
star which
Jah,
thou hast ordained.
Rastafari,
What is man that thou art mindful of him?
the high priests
Or the
and
son
the
of
apostles
man that thou
of the
visitest
Congress
him?
bring forth redemption of salvation of Jesus the Black Christ. I, Prince Emmanuel, don't come to pull up Moses' word, but come to fulfill Moses' law. What Moses say was just law and commandments. Love one another as the law commands. These are the words of Jesus, Emmanuel said. Prophecy and history. Moses was journeying in Canaan through the Red Sea, and Pharaoh was drowned in the Red Sea. Though Moses was the man within such law, and Christ was the man of justice. The law of Moses to turn to justice. For Moses is God, and God is Moses. Moses did said to redeem the house of Israel out of the house of bondage, the land of Egypt, Jamaica, the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah, elect of God and light of this world, our divine majesty, emperor, Alpha and Omega, black supremacy live it, black sovereign nation of the world, of royal black dignified power, of Jesus Christ and his people. The black Christ's celestial secret power in flesh. He showed himself in all spiritual works, such as walking on water, the visible God in all flesh, of all people, universally, internationally, nationally. The foundations of all apostles is the black Christ, the black Jesus Christ. That is why he sent the Comforter to bring back all things to remembrance. Blessed are those who rise in the final resurrection, for the second death have no power. Out of one come all come, one Father bring all people. On the face of the earth, one Black Mary bring all nations. I am Prince Emmanuel Edwards, the Lord's servant.
Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Know ye that the Lord, he is God. It is he that hath made us, and not we ourselves. We are his people, and the sheep of his pasture. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving, and into his courts with praises. Be thankful unto him, and bless his holy and righteous name. For the Lord God of Israel is good. His mercies is everlasting, and his truth endureth to all generations. Let us bless our Father. Let us glorify before his holy tabernacle. Let us do good before him. For good follow good, and goodness is blessed for goodness' sake. Some say God, we say good. Some say Yah, we say Jah. Some say be faithful, and faithful we shall be. Let us gather in the sheaves, for we are them and those that do believe. He's a mighty Father, a blessed Father. He's the Holy One of Israel, divine King of kings, Lord of lords. Let us all give him praises. Let us give him praises on the high cymbals. Let us glorify his name in song. A little more oil, my Lord. A little more oil, my Lord. Keep us all burning. Burning till the break of day. Holy Emmanuel, King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. A true. Without any oil, what can we do? Oh, the man say, if you have no salt, where you are going to get salt from? And if you don't have his word, how are you going to live? So give us oil, Jaja. Give us oil that we can keep on burning. Angels of the Most High, sing out his glory. And let us bless him continually now and forevermore. He said all he wants is 10%. 10% of your day and 10% of your week. That is the Sabbath. And all is yours. All is yours. Let us bless him. Let us glorify his holy and righteous name. Let us exalt him in the highest. For he sits upon the golden throne of creation. Sitting high in the mount of Mount Zion. Hearing the cries and the woes and the joys and all the happiness. He only wants one thing for I and I. And that is for I and I to praise him and give him the glory and to live by the words that he said for us. Yes, he's a mighty Father. He's a blessed Father, our Father in his holy habitation. Let us always praise our King. Holy King Emmanuel, yes, your children. The moment was wonderful. Blessings for you. It's an empress of blood. Just pray for I love the item with a full heart of love, a full black heart of love. And I give thanks for all the mercy that I showed on I bless thee this day, what time is running and passing, and if I don't get to do what
what I do this time. They might know next time when I'm a big youth. Love behind them with a perfect love. Yeah, be blessed all the children of the Almighty. Call upon them for they are strong. Be blessed all the elders, you know. Yeah, but I know for you have got sleep. You know all the corners. But mind sharp, you know. You know, mind sharp in thy weakness. Lose your step, you know. So love the youth, and the youth that may love you. And strengthen you in all thy doing. Be blessed in the mighty name. And have all glory, you know what is holy. Until next week, children of the Most High. Holy King of
Angel with the white robe strong. Angel with the white robe strong. Join in the sweet redemption song. Join in the sweet redemption song. Oh, Beulah land, sweet Beulah land. Oh, Beulah land, sweet Beulah land. On thy highest mountain.
Blessed love.